Sana kwa kusikiza ground nyumbani na nimekuja hapa Amerikani kusikiza ground. Ground ya hapa inasemaje? Wantam. Wantam. Ati mnasemaje? Wantam. Hapa Amerikani ni Wantam? Are you sure? Wantam. Wacha nione kwa mkono watu ya Wantam. Wow. Thank you very much. Why Wantam? Why? Why Wantam? I was on the ticket that brought in William Ruto as president. I was his running mate and we ran on a joint ticket. And we made many promises to the people of Kenya. And I trusted William Ruto. I went to the elections with him without a written agreement, without a political party, without any negotiation. Because I'm a very trusting person. Because when you are honest, you think other people are honest like you. When you are somebody of integrity, you are forgiven for believing other people have the same integrity. We promised many things, and along the way, the people of Kenya, including the ones here in the States, are very disappointed. And along the way, I found that I, just like the rest of Kenyans, had been deceived. All of us were conned. I heard William Ruto the other day say that the people who are opposing him are like wash conmen. He should go to the mirror and look at himself. All of us were conned, and most of us feel terrible about it. But we give ourselves encouragement that if bishops were conned, reverends, pastors, evangelists, prophets, people who live in America with the whites, yourselves, you are all conned. Who is regarding a villager from Wamonyoro? And you know why most of us fell into this trap is because we are Christians and we believe in God. And if anybody comes with a Bible and confess that he is saved, we tend to believe that person. So this guy came with a Bible. He was quoting the Bible without reading. From the book of Genesis to Revelation. He would sing all Christian songs in all local languages. And we were all persuaded that for the first time, we have a candidate of the church, a good man, straightforward, honest. We all believed him and we gave him our vote. And most of us went out of our way to campaign for him very aggressively. And he became president. 1 year into the leadership, I realized I had been conned and Kenyans had been conned. And I started asking questions. And it became difficult for me to stay with him because I am truthful and he is a liar. And truth and lies do not coexist. It's like water and oil. And it became very difficult for us to stay together. Mostly because of lying to the people of Kenya on all the promises we had given the people of Kenya. He told us the bottom-up economic transformation model is for putting money into people's pocket. Within 6 months, instead of putting money in the pockets of the Kenyan people, he came and removed the little they had in the pocket through excessive and unreasonable taxation. And I told him this is not right, it's not fair, it's not what we promised the people. And he said, those were just promises. That was just campaigning, my friend. I said, but we told the people, we promised them. Along the way, it became very difficult because we did the exact opposite of what we had promised the people. We had told the people of Kenya we shall never carry out evictions and demolitions without giving people adequate notice and giving them alternative accommodation. And that started in earnest. When I raised it, I was told off. Corruption, stealing of public funds. The e-citizen platform is a conduit for theft of public funds. The Auditor General has issued a report to say those funds cannot be traced. More than 45 billion Kenya shillings that have been collected through the e-citizen. That money cannot be found anywhere. The affordable housing program is a con. Governments all over the world don't put up houses for people. Governments provide services, roads, water, electricity, drainage, sewage. And then the private sector will do the houses. Mwai Kibaki, the celebrated third president of the Republic of Kenya, never did any housing program as a government program. But he did put up the Thika superhighway. He opened up all the bypasses, and the houses came up on their own without his intervention, without any government intervention. That's the way you do housing. You don't have to do houses. You just put up the infrastructure, and the Kenyan people will do the houses. So things became very difficult. The opposition was captured. Raila was bought and pocketed, and he started singing. He became a member of the praise and worship team. But he became the soloist. Parliament was captured. All institutions of oversight were captured, and there was nobody to talk for the people of Kenya. As it happens, nature abhors vacuum. So, since there was nobody to talk for the people of Kenya, some little boys and girls not known by anybody before, called the Genzies, came up to fill up that space and started demanding transparency and accountability for the people of Kenya. They started challenging taxation. And that is where now I differed completely with William Ruto. He went for these children with the brutal efficiency. Young children were abducted and held incommunicado and tortured into silence. Then the killing began. And that's when I told him it is not acceptable and I cannot be party to it. Because one, I'm a parent, I have young boys of the same age. Two, I'm a Christian. Number three, I'm a human being. And I said no. So 2024, June 24th, a decision was made to kill our children. And I disagreed with it as deputy president. And I was left out of the decision-making process. On 25th of June 2024, young children were butchered in the streets of Nairobi. I flew to Mombasa, I called a press conference as deputy president, and I told William Ruto off. And I told him it's unacceptable to kill children. And I'm not part of it. And I condemned it as deputy president. And of course, he began the process of removing me from office because of calling him out publicly. I had a choice to play along, let him kill children, be part of it, allow him to steal everything from Kenya, and stay in office and be a happy guy, fly all over the world, have security, have money and all that. But I chose to sacrifice my job for the sake of our children, for the sake of our country. And that's when he mobilized Parliament, spent over 5 billion shillings to bribe members of Parliament and the Senate to get me out of office. Along the way, he offered me 2 billion shillings to resign peacefully. I refused. I said I'll stand for the truth and for the people of Kenya, And since I left office, that is what I have done. And I have, with other leaders, kept the government in check and stopped most of the excesses. Had I mellowed and chickened out the way I was being advised by people to lie low and come and hide here in America, the wanton killing of our children, the raping of the Kenyan economy would have been to unprecedented levels. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but in my own small way, alongside other Kenyans, I have made some contribution to check William Ruto and government and slow them down.